Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all of these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked? Wednesday, thank you guys for being here. Bella Rita's in the house. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Gina, we have some incredible participants, judges, courage, vulnerability, fun, all at stake. What's going on?
Sean, first up, we have another Sean. Mr. Sean Tarry of Long Island, New York, 12 years as the CEO of Merchant Business Alliance. He also owns and operates a staffing company that he started using his relationship management experience from his time with JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank, and the like. Welcome to the party, Sean Tarry.
Sean, what is happening, sir? How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here. And what is your fun fact today, Sean?
Fun fact today. Not prepared for that, actually.
What's your fun fact in life? Something we might not expect about you. I don't know. You parachute with no parachute. You surf in hurricanes.
I thought you were going to say parachute with no pants.
I guess something that I enjoy writing. I really enjoy writing.
What do you like to write?
Poetry, letters, inspirational things to my children, to people that work for me.
Oh,
I really find I don't know. I feel like I have some sort of calling for it. So
that's amazing. And how old are your children?
So my oldest is 19 and my youngest is 8.
Beautiful. Well, Sean, thank you for your poetry, your presence, your energy. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, G Money, we got Sean and as participants.
Yeah. Next, we have Michael Engelhardt from Stamford, Connecticut. Sean and Bella. He has had not 1, not 2, not even 3, but 7 different careers, from co-founding mutual fund to handling all kinds of financial and insurance dynamics. And now his focus is on as a managing member of a human capital risk management advisors. And yesterday, Sean, apparently he was in playing at Baltusrol in New Jersey. So welcome to the party, Michael.
Thanks, guys.
So Michael, awesome. What were you doing in New Jersey yesterday?
Playing golf at Baltusrol.
Nice. Excellent. How'd it go?
I went 90 strokes long.
Nice. All right.
It was okay.
And what's your fun fact?
I guess the fun fact is I competed in powerlifting for 30 years, and at the age of 50, I was going into an event and had snap, crackle, pop in my pec, and that I said it's time to hang up the cleats. But added on to that, I really enjoyed mentoring people in the sport for many years, and was able to really motivate a lot of people to do a lot of good things. And to this day, my 3 daughters, 26, 24, and 20, will not work out with me after their first workout with me.
So Michael,
it's kind of like surfing with Sean. Like once you go out surfing once with Sean, you're not sure if you want to go out again. He only like surfs in like hurricane conditions, which Sean, apparently we have a tornado headed this way. So are you going to go out surfing later?
Let's go.
Of course. There's no dinner later. We're going surfing. Let's go.
There you go.
So Michael, so in like, were you bench, squat, deadlift, clean jerk?
Bench, squat, deadlift.
Nice. Amazing.
It was a lot of fun. I loved it.
Yeah. My dear friend from high school broke the New Jersey drug-free powerlifting record for 19 and under. He benched 380 with a pause, deadlifted 520 and squatted 530 back in the day we were in high school. So those are pretty good numbers for a 19-year-old.
Great numbers.
That's like
I was drug-free the whole time, and
that's awesome.
You just did it for personal best, not for any other reason.
Awesome, man. Well, pleasure to have you here.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you.
We got Michael in the house. Gina, we got Sean, we got Michael, and we have.
Next, we have an Army-raised son out of the southern New Jersey area who eventually in high school was forced to play football. But guess what? He became an NFL player for the Philadelphia Eagles and is now CEO at Faulkner Enterprises, where he operates in a number of business verticals and thinks, incredible things for athletes and for vets as well, since he grew up in an Army family and is currently the NFL New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania chapter president, and has just embarked on an executive leadership doctoral program. Welcome, Derek Faulkner, to The Real Raw.
Derek, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your service and what you do for people in our military.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Derek, so what's your fun fact aside from all these amazing accomplishments and things that you're up to in the world?
Fun fact, so I am heavy into fashion, so I make custom bespoke suits as a passion project. So I do a lot. I just did a couple suits for a lot of former players, specializing in big guys, 6'3", 6'4", professionals that want to wear bespoke custom wear. So I'm a master tailor with that. So that's like a side passion that I do. I just did a suit for a tuxedo for a guy's wedding that played with the Vikings 2 weeks ago. So
that is awesome, Derek. And Derek, where'd you play in college?
Hampton University in Virginia.
Yeah, sure. And what position did you play in the NFL?
Wide receiver.
Nice. So what was your 40 time, if I could ask?
4.43 for the Eagles. At my pro day, it was a 4.48, but I would say it was faster than that. But so I would say sub 4.4. So yeah.
That's awesome, Derek. Well, appreciate you enormously and love what you're up to in the world. And looking forward to having some fun today.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Derek is here. Gina, who else?
Joining us from Summit, New Jersey, Mr. Christian Lind, Managing Director at Neuberger Berman, Senior Portfolio Manager Sean Ambella, and Head of Municipal Cash Management, I can't even manage the cash in my wallet, Mr. Lind, 20 years plus in the financial industry, and previously worked at Lehman Brothers and Weiss, Peck and Greer. And you know what? I'm not sure if this is the fun fact that you want to share, so I'm going to find out. So I'm not going to say it. Welcome, Christian Lind, to The Real Raw.
Yeah. Christian, thank you so much for being here. And what is your fun fact, since we're all on the edge of our seat?
You know what? I would have to say I'm going to go with one of my passions, and it's just the outdoors. So fishing and hunting is definitely, if I wasn't working, I would absolutely be doing that. So I'm going to go with that.
Very nice. And where do you like to fish? What do you like to hunt?
Oh, gosh. So just growing up, did a lot of like pheasant hunting, deer hunting, stuff like that. Just, my father was into it. So just naturally became interested in it. And in terms of fishing, just love the ocean, love lakes, you name it, kind of do anything.
That That was not the fun fact that I was going to share, Christian.
What were you going to
You
share?
remember the one?
Gina, what do you got?
And I did want
Gina.
former roller hockey superstar amongst many other talents, as was what I was going to say. So there, the roller hockey.
Yeah, Christian, what is your 40 time on roller skates?
Oh, geez. Probably like 10 seconds.
Very cool. And Christian, what would you say? And if you don't want to step into it, totally cool. But anything you'd share as maybe lessons that we could take away personally or societally from, the story of Lehman Brothers? Anything come up for you around that?
Oh gosh, that's a great question because I was being a portfolio manager when that happened, and managing clients' assets. I think you really learn about diversification and proper risk controls, and I think that was kind of a great lesson for me, just because clients' assets obviously dropped tremendously. So I think just having those proper controls in place, and liquidity means nothing until it means something, and then it means everything. I think that's probably the one quote that I heard back in the day that sticks with me every day when I manage money.
I love it. So liquidity means nothing until it means something, and then it means everything.
Everything, yeah.
Love that. That is phenomenal. Christian, thank you for that. That is an atomic bomb of wisdom. Thank you for that. We're gonna keep. May I borrow that and quote you on it?
Go for it.
Thank you. All right, we got Christian, and we have who else, Gina?
Mr. Ken Tang joining us today from Lakewood, California. Sean, the only left coaster, CEO at Cornerstone Marketing, an award-winning leader in customer acquisition, Fortune 500 companies working with clients such as AT&T, ADT, and Ken, by the way, is a Tony Robbins Platinum Partner, Sean Callaghy. So welcome, Ken Tang, to The Real Raw.
Thank you.
Ken, how are you?
I'm doing great.
How was BM?
BM, I actually didn't attend this time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Actually, what are you going to anything upcoming this year or no?
No, I'm waiting for the live event. I really missed that.
Amazing. Are you going to go to the relationship trip or no?
No, I'm a parking lot that one as well.
Yeah. Okay. Very, very cool. And so you're from California. And what is your fun fact, Ken?
I love to play poker. I like to read people, kind of mess with them. We don't play for high stakes or anything. It's just $20 friends games. But I just love understanding people and somewhat messing with them.
Right. And what do you like? What do you like most about messing with them?
Well, I just like reading people. I want to see, their, what makes them tick. How much I can push them. So a lot of time, I'm the guys that people hate because I raise the stake, too early and things like that. And I just enjoy the game because I think mainly I love figuring people out.
Yeah,
I love understanding their psychology.
So let's play a game right now, and let's start asking Bella Rita questions. I'll start asking her questions.
I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming because I might like to mess with people a little bit myself, Ken, especially messing with Sean Callaghan.
She does.
All right, well, maybe we'll do that later. Ken, welcome to the party, and thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure. Thank
you. G-Money.
The beautiful influence sorceress, Sean Callaghy.
I thought you were going to say the beautiful Sean Callaghy, Gina. Like, that's nice. What is there, like, gender bias going on here?
Maybe tomorrow.
We have fun, but Bella's incredible. She started selling crafts on her front lawn as an 8-year-old, progressed to being the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada at the ripe old age of 24, and the first woman to ever achieve that status as #1 business broker there. She's currently sources talent, because the concept of influence, the mechanism, the skill set is in fact a superpower. And Bella sources marketing, sales, leadership, all the dynamics to cause companies to grow and build. So Bella Rita is extraordinary. She's the co-host of Real Raw. She drives me crazy and she's amazing. The one, the only Bella Rita.
Did you say I drive him crazy? Is that what he just said?
No, Bella, get your ears cleaned. Get your ears cleaned. I said nothing of the sort. So what is your fun fact, Bella?
Just remember, my friends, I know where you're sleeping tonight because that beach house is not too far from this. Oh, no. Yes.
Amazing, Bella. So what is your fun fact, my friend?
My fun fact, I think since we were, like talking poker, I used to be a cocktail waitress in Vegas. It might have been a day or two ago. And I might have messed with a few celebrities when they came in to play poker and have a little fun. So Ken, I can definitely relate with being a little bit, you probably can't tell here, but I am a natural redhead. So I might like to stir up trouble every now and again.
Yes, there's a lot of trouble that Bella Verita starts. Appreciate you, Bella. Gina, peace out. Mwah. Love you from the multiverse. Let's make magic happen today. Go get it.
Sounds good. Bye, everyone. Thanks. Ciao for now. See you soon.
Bella Verita, it is time. Is it Sean or Michael? Who's going first?
Well, since Sean is off camera muted, I'm going to go with Michael.
Awesome. Michael, what this is about is going from hello to yes. The superpower of influence controlling our marketing, our selling, our managing, our leading, our recruiting, our fundraising for and nonprofit. Bella will be anybody you want her to be. Again, this is not about pitching, hooking, closing. This is about integrous yes, like the micro yes, like what's the next progression? Jump in any scenario that would matter to you. Could be an ideal client, could be anything else that is a yes for you. So Michael, who would you like Bella to be?
Bella, you're the CEO of a cyber defense company.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. Bella, CEO of a cyber defense company. Giving her more power, Michael, is like feeding a dog from the table. Bella Verita, take us in.
Don't worry, Sean Calgate. I have always had power. Hello, Michael. This is Bella.
Hi, Bella.
How are you?
Congratulations on your role as CEO.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So what I've heard is your business is going great. You're doing $10 million a year in revenue, and you want to build that to sell it in 3 to 5 years for $40 to $50 million. And that's my job, was to help you get there and help you map that out and help you figure out talent and help you figure out putting the right who's in the right places, and then help you figure out kind of how you manage all the taxes so you can save as much on tax dollars as you can. Make sure your family's protected. Should something happen to you along the way to that huge success, and to kind of quarterback that whole growth path for you and be kind of an alter ego, your coach in a way, but then also providing programs that you can plug into to make all those good things happen. Because what I find in what I do is I find a lot of CEOs in what I'll call a startup, even though you're doing $10 million a year, you're just looking to grow so much. They try to be the head of talent, head of operations, and they try to influence all the sales, and they try to look at what they can do to keep the cash flow going. And what they're really good at is relationships and visioning, and they take themselves away from that because they're too close to the action. So I'm just here to educate and help provide kind of some lanes for you to stay in so that you can reach that goal of exiting for 30 to 50 million in 5 years.
Yeah, awesome. And so how do you do that? Like, what is your process, and kind of tell me a little bit about you?
Yeah, so, I like to educate, and since I've had 7 careers and have built a number of businesses, I've failed a lot, and I learned where I wasn't staying in my lane. So I really do it through an interview process and try to get to know you and really understand your goals for yourself and your family, and then getting an idea for where your business is at today, and then help to bring in the right who's in the right positions, so that you can grow at that pace that you want to grow at and ultimately have your liquidity event. So I work with companies that are either in growth mode or about to sell their businesses and are looking for ways to really save on taxes, do their estate planning, make sure they're protected, and
Gotcha. Well, Mike, I definitely would like to figure out this, because I'll tell you what, my sugar baby is very expensive. So we got to figure out how we can grow as quickly as possible. So
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm happy to help.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hey, Bella, I need some money deposited in my account, so get to work.
It'll be right over, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
All right, Michael, awesome job, man. Let's go, Sean. Sean, who would you like Bella Verita to be?
So I just want to make sure I'm following here. I get to choose whatever I'd like her to be.
Yeah,
And
like an
then-
ideal, could be an ideal client, could be some deal. Yeah, yeah.
So, I'd like it to be an agent, just an agent, a sales agent looking to get into something new.
Nice.
Looking to find out, what's available to them.
All right, Bella, you're a sales agent.
I
Come
think
on.
I can handle this role.
I think so. Let's go.
Hello, Sean. This is Bella.
Hi, Bella. Pleasure to speak with you. How are you today?
I am excellent. How about yourself?
Good. I'd like to take the opportunity to talk to you about secondary income, making use of the people you know and the things you've done in your career, helping people in the process as well, because anytime you're offering a product or service that I would talk to you about, it would be one that would benefit their business and their lives personally. I'm a true believer that we all work for financial freedom. I think that's the biggest, richest thing we can attain. This business gives you the opportunity to do that. Do you have any experience in sales?
I have about 2 decades of experience in sales.
Okay. Would you say you're an affable person?
A what person?
An affable person? Do people generally like you when they see you?
Oh, people love me.
Yes.
They don't
What
just
would you
like
say?
me, Sean.
They
They
love you.
love me. Yes.
Okay. What would
Let's
you say?
let's be clear.
What would you say your definition of sales is? What is sales to you?
Ooh, that is a beautiful question. Sales to me is the ultimate level of service, the ultimate level of transformation, and ultimate gift to someone.
Right, I agree with you. I like to tell people that sales is a transfer of emotion from one to another. And by talking to you, I can tell that you have that gift. I think that there's personality about you that people want to gravitate to. I think people want to listen to you. I think people could follow your direction. I think you make people feel warm. And what we do is something that I think is really beneficial to them, right? So getting their attention in the first 10 seconds is optimal, right? And to be able to keep their attention going forward by talking about who you are and the products and services that we sell that'll increase, their livelihood, make things better for them. I think you'd have great success in that, in this field.
So are you looking to hire me as a salesperson? I don't know.
Absolutely. I'd like to talk to you more about the network of people you know and people you care about that own businesses.
And so what would I be selling?
Merchant services. So what you do is talk to them about how they move money today, how they accept money today. More importantly, talk to them about technology, right? Technology is the one absolute game changer in any economy, right? So you want to let them know there's a lot of tools out there that you could be taking advantage of that could improve your business, certainly make it run more efficiently. And I think that you'd be the ideal person to transfer that to them.
Got it. Okay, that sounds interesting. I'd be interested in hearing more information.
Absolutely. It'd be my pleasure to go through it with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sean. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Bella.
Looking forward to working with you.
Hey, Bella, what are you doing talking to people about a sales job?
Uh-oh.
All right, excellent job, Sean. Appreciate that. So, Bella, let's let you pick the order of judges today. Which judge are we going to first?
Ooh, let's start with Christian.
Christian, I love it. Christian, we know 30 seconds of feedback, please. 15 seconds on what worked, 15 seconds on what can be optimized, and then a score on a scale of 1 to 10. Please, what do you have for Michael, Christian?
Yeah, I think for Michael, I thought, his plan was nicely laid out. Maybe a tad more detail here and there in terms of exactly what he was looking for, but I thought, given the scenario, I thought he had a thoughtful, laid out plan. In terms of suggestions, maybe a tad more granular in terms of the questions he could have asked Bella, but I thought overall, great job. And then,
and your score for him is?
And it was
on
out
a
of
scale
10,
of 1
correct?
to 10.
Yeah, I would say a 9.
Nice.
Oh, nice job, Michael.
Yeah, Michael, thank you. And what'd you have for Sean?
Yeah, so I thought Sean was, I thought he was great. You were a much more sensitive delivery, which I thought was great. I think much different than what Michael did. And I once again, very detailed, and I would also give you a 9 as well.
Nice. Excellent. Appreciate that, Sean. Christian, excuse me. Great job, Sean. Bella, which way are we going?
Next, we're going to Mr. Ken.
Ken. Latch brother, what do you got? Man that likes to mess with people in poker. What do you have for Michael?
Yeah, Michael, I think you're very relaxed. So I think for as you were pitching that, I was like, you know what, I actually want your service. You know, wouldn't it be cool because you're very relaxed? I think somebody in the state of trying to scale their business, they're very stressed out. So I think bringing that the meaning of calmness and things like that really helps, right? So I really like that. In terms of things that maybe you can improve on is maybe more, I guess, a backstory of yourself so that they see you as an expert, somebody that can lean on, right? So I think that would
And your
help.
score for Michael is?
You know, I would say a 9 as well.
Very nice. And Ken, what'd you have for Sean?
Sean, actually, we're in the similar business. You're trying to pitch people to join credit card processing. I'm in the business of pitching people to join business sales. So very relatable there. I think you're very personable. I think that's the key word, warm. So I think your strategy of like getting them to connect with you first and tied to family, I think that's really awesome. Your questions on point in terms of how they relate to sales and things like that. So I really enjoy that. You know, I think you approach it the right way. I rate you a 9 as well.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ken.
And then I guess we go with one of our fastest people on the railroad yet, 440 man master tailor and creator of things, Derek. Please. By the way, Derek, who hit you the hardest in the NFL? Like, what was the defensive player you think that hit the hardest in the NFL that you played against?
Geez, that's a great question. I don't know the guy's name. He was a safety from the Carolina Panthers. I can't remember him, so he probably was a.
He hit Derek so hard, Derek, you can't remember his name. That's how hard Derek.
And it was a tough one. They was on special teams. They moved me to another spot that I normally don't play, and the guy came down and knocked me out my socks. But it's all here and there. It's all forgotten now. So.
That is awesome, Derek. So
that's like what I do to you, Sean, when you're not, behaving properly as a sugar baby.
That is true. That's what happens to me, Derek, at the hands of Bella. So yes. So Derek, let's go for Michael. What do you have?
I think for Michael, he added a level of personability to it, made it something where you were easy to listen to, easy to talk, easy to, comprehend. I think his sales tactic was, gave enough detail, but maybe could have gave a little bit more, could have been a little bit more in depth in what he was trying to, sell to Bella or bring Bella on to his organization. I think that it was pretty solid across the board. I gave it an 8.
Nice. And how about for for Sean?
For Sean, kind of connected with it a little bit more. I've learned, from my father being in the executive search business, the ABCs of sales will always be closing. I felt like he was always closing Bella at points where he was closing her consistently, kept basically asking her for the business. And I think that's really key in sales, is to continue to keep asking for the business. I think that, and that's just with anything, whether you're trying to, bring on a client, an agent's bringing on an athlete, or you're selling oranges on the corner, it's always be closing. So I gave him a 9.
Nice. Excellent job, Derek. Appreciate that. Derek, would you like to have some more fun though?
Sure.
Sean Callaghy, I was going to choose Derek. That is my responsibility. That was going to be my role. And you just took that from me. I'm going to deduct that from your pay, Sean Callaghy.
Thank you. And you can punish me. I wasn't going anywhere with that. So Bella Frida, would you like to have some more fun? Which way are we going?
I would like to have more fun, Sean Callaghy. And I think it would be extraordinary if we had some more fun with Mr. Derek. What do you think of that idea?
I think that's a brilliant idea, Bella.
I'm so glad I thought of it.
Perfect. So Derek, do you want to tell Derek what you do to me every day here?
Yes, Derek. Because I thought you would be the perfect person to collaborate on this. So, Sean brings all these people onto the show and he puts some participants in the hot seat and people got to go from hello to yes. And he just sits there and has fun and, hangs out with everyone. So I always think it's fun for someone to put him on the hot seat. So what that means is you get to set up a scenario for Sean, any scenario you would like, as long as it's in integrity, to go from hello to yes on anything. So you can be that role player. Anyone else here could be that role player. What's something that in integrity that you would like to see Sean go from hello to yes on?
Something in regards with integrity. I guess he's you're a sports agent, or you're a marketing agent or sports agent, and they just changed the rules with allowing these high school kids to get marketing deals. Do you pay the family without the kid's knowledge, or do you approach the entire family, or do you wait till the kid gets to college? That's a better question. Do you wait till the kid gets to college, or do you start trying to sign the kid in high school?
Okay, how about you are that high school athlete? Is that fair?
That's fair. Yep.
All right, and what sport are we going to be?
Basketball. That's the hotbed right now. That's where all the kids are making all this money in high school. So basketball. Yep.
All right, let's do this thing. So, Derek, thank you so much for taking a couple minutes to talk. I really appreciate it. I know you're being hounded, chased, pursued. This has got to be completely crazy and a whole bunch of fun for you at the same time. But how you doing with it all?
I'm good, man. But I'm just trying to make as much money as possible. At this point, teen schools, people are offering me money, and I'm just going with the highest bidder.
Yeah, understood. And, and we're talking about money that's like in compliance with the rules, or money that's not in compliance with the rules out of integrity.
I mean, if you don't know, I get offered a lot of different things, from different organizations, some under the table, some not. I mean, it's really just, it really boils down to where I can take care of my family and how quickly I can make that happen.
Of course. So Derek, I'm hearing take care of your family as quickly as possible. Let me ask you another question. What's the end game, the vision? Like, I know you're 18 years old at this point, but what matters, like, for you at 18, beyond money now in this minute, which is I'm hearing is tops, but what else matters? You think about the future, you think about your vision, like, what is life ultimately going to be about for you when you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, like down the road?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm 17 years old. I haven't thought that far. I'm just simply thinking about basketball only and where that can take me. And ultimately, I need to help my family as fast as possible. I have 5 brothers and sisters where my family's struggling. I'm my mother and father are working 2 jobs. I just need to be able to take care of my family, and I need to make that happen quickly. So That's the only thing I can think further.
Yeah. And you're making the leap to the NBA. Is that right? You're going from high school to the NBA?
No, I want to play. I want to go to 1 year in school, but I'm going to just do 1 semester and then hopefully get drafted in the spring.
All right. Awesome. So listen, what I would very candidly say to you is there's a couple of different ways to approach this. If you go the route of taking money now, which I get it, your family is stressed, they're challenged, all these things are happening. And actually, would you permit me to share with you some ideas and concepts that may not be present to you, but if we never talk again, I think will be really valuable. Do you want to hear that or not?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Derek. So, what you run the risk of, I get like 1 year of college is going to help you raise your draft status, and it's going to help you sign for more money. But I get you could also go direct to the NBA now and probably get less money than you're going to get in a year, provided that you succeed in college. But here's the deal. Do you know a guy by the name of Roger Clemens, baseball player? Did you ever hear of him? Yep. Do you know what? And Roger Clemens is now, in your world, Derek, an old man. Right? Did you ever hear of Mark McGuire?
Yep. Absolutely.
Barry Bonds?
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think those guys have in common?
They're all multimillionaires after a long career.
Yeah, that is true. But what do you think is most present for them every day they wake up and every night when they go to sleep? Is it the money? Is it their happiness, or something else?
I would believe it's their happiness. They can wake up and they can have the opportunities to do what they need to do and have families and they're healthy. Yeah. I would assume.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what it is, because I don't know all 3 of them, but I had the privilege of knowing folks in the same position. I believe the thing that's most present for them is their legacy. And what's most present for them around their legacy is they're not in the Hall of Fame. And they're not in the Hall of Fame because they broke the rules. And so they had all the money, they had all the things, but they're not in the Hall of Fame, which was the ultimate identity piece for their legacy. And it hurts them and they're upset. I've seen interviews with all three of them. And it's the biggest problem in their heart. You're 17. You have all this coming at you. I'm going to offer you no money. If this is the last time we ever talk, I care about you. And I'm willing to let this go. But I hope to God, Derek, you take my advice, even if you work with somebody else who follows the same approach as I do in integrity. You stand the possibility of being I don't know if you could ever be an all-time great, being very, very real with you. Maybe. But you could be absolutely an NBA All-Star. And you definitely could be a Hall of Famer. And all of that could be tarnished forever if you jump the process by 6 months and take money now. Because that will follow you. And you probably won't get caught. You probably won't. But if you do, guaranteed, Derek, it costs you $100 million down the road in endorsement deals. Because if you take money and that's around you, nobody's going to want to touch you. I know everybody does it. I know all kinds of things are happening. But some of them get caught and some of them destroy their future massively. You've made it this far. Your family's made it this far. And everybody's pumping money at you, creating urgency, doing all the things. They don't care about you. They care about signing you and getting the money now. And they think they can't talk to you like I'm talking to you. They don't believe in your integrity. I do. They think they've got to do this. And if you get screwed, all right, it was their only choice. I don't believe that. So if any of this makes any sense, I'll sit down with every member of your family, every single one. And you can bring every single other agent in the room and watch them shamefully put their head down when I talk. Not because I agree with the rules. I don't agree with the rules. I think the NCAA is completely full of bleep. I don't believe in those rules. But they are the rules. And Nike believes that somebody's got to be clean in their reputation to work with. All the big brands only want that. These people are not telling you the truth and they don't care about your future. They just care about signing you. So does any of that resonate with you? Would you give me the privilege of having a conversation, if it does, with you and your family? Your thoughts?
Yeah, sure. I would love to, have to bring you on to continue this conversation with my family. I just think that if you're willing to not only tell me more about yourself, but also educate the folks around me. I think there's lack of education and lack of information provided. And if you were able to do that, I would definitely highly consider you, to move forward in the next step in my process of finding who I want to work with when my playing career begins.
Yeah, and my reputation's impeccable. By the way, my name is Lee Steinberg. And the movie Jerry Maguire was made about me. I wrote a book, Winning with Integrity. Everybody I work with, we create charitable foundations, and the people I work with, my clients, I've had 8 NFL picks overall, a number of NBA All-Stars and Hall of Famers. And what I'm here to do is make the world a greater place. And Derek, you got the pressure of what's going on in and around your family. I get it. That pressure is going to be relieved very shortly. And you're going to have a lot of money. But after you have a lot of money, you're going to feel great about yourself and the impact. And those are the people that I work with. So I am honored. I am thankful. Let's have that conversation. Thank you. Out of roll. Derek, how'd I do? How'd that feel for you?
Good. I think it was genuine. I think that you definitely were able to paint a clear picture for me to see other options. And you also gave a great contingency plan about what can happen in the future, right? So it wasn't just about the now, it was about the later. So 6 months, year, kind of painted out my career in front of me, so that and it also intrigued me to want to, find out more. So I definitely think that was pretty solid for sure.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you, Derek, very much. Christian, how'd that feel for you?
I mean, you knocked it out of the park. I think I think using that example of, those three professionals, I don't think you could have laid that out any better, especially from the integrity standpoint. Awesome. That was great.
Thank you. And by the way, I have, actually, let's go Bella. Bella actually spoke, and I had the privilege of speaking at an event with Lee Steinberg about a month ago. So Bella, your thoughts, how'd that feel for you?
It was, I love your level of integrity and how you you hit all the points, because obviously the money's important. But the level of integrity in which you influenced and sold from was absolutely extraordinary. But Sean, we have a really, really big problem.
What is that?
I got a text from my mom, and she's super concerned on why we don't have any Dallas Cowboy players on the Real Raw, and we keep just having these Eagles. It's not acceptable for her, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah. So. Derek, would you mind asking Bella where her mom's where her mom's tattoo is and what it is of?
Where is the tattoo? What is the tattoo and where is it? It's a star. I'm assuming it's a star. So, but where?
My mother, my 72-year-old mother, has a Dallas Cowboy tramp stamp. Yeah.
It was crazy in the 70s back then. It was a crazy time.
My mother only got to 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know Hollywood Henderson. He plays in my golf tournaments. He's good.
You know what's funny? Maybe Hollywood Henderson knows Bella's mom.
Maybe. Listen,
hey, can you help us get? I don't know this name, but I'm assuming this is a Dallas Cowboy player. Can you help us get him on the Real Raw so I'm not in trouble with my mom?
I'll try. I know I had Hollywood talk to my great aunt on the phone, and she seemed like she was ready to pass out. So I can imagine what heartthrob he was in the 70s. So.
Oh my God, Derek, thank you. That's amazing. So extraordinary day. Derek, by the way, how's the Real Raw been for you today?
It's been awesome. It's a great experience. I really didn't know what to expect. I was kind of in suspense. I didn't know, but Bella's been awesome. Everyone, Christian, Ken, Michael, Sean, all been great. You've been great. So this has been an awesome time.
Thank you. Appreciate that enormously, Derek. Great job, man. And my dear friend, Nick Lowry, we're running the 100th anniversary event for the American Foundation for the Blind Gala. Roger Clemens is attending, and he's been extraordinary, and we're looking forward to it. Lee Steinberg, Rex Ryan, former Jet coach and current sportscaster is there. NFL Hall of Famers, Bruce Smith, Harry Carson, Eric Dickerson, all these extraordinary people are coming. And so, Derek, it's an honor to have you here, and look forward to getting to know you better.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you. Ken, how was your time with us in the Real Raw today? You have fun messing with people? Can you tell me some things about Bella's Kells? What's happening? How was it?
Well, you guys are doing that for me. It's awesome. Yeah, it's you definitely I was very, very impressed with your salesmanship, because you speak from the heart, right? And that's pretty cool. And you think really clearly on the whim, right? Because that was a spontaneous role play, and you definitely nailed it. What I've noticed you do is you ask for permission first before you even talked, right? And that's something definitely I got to learn, is to before speaking, regardless if it's the truth or right, if people don't want to hear it, they're not going to hear it. And you're able to lead that conversation in a way where they're able to receive it, they understand it, they feel it, right? And then it becomes natural, it becomes seamless versus
yes.
So yeah, really enjoy that. Definitely learned quite a bit from you, Sean. Appreciate that.
Thank you. And again, for everybody, that's because every human being that we talk to has two fears: fear of rejection, fear of failure. A lot more to talk about and unpack there, but those two fears arise in a survival instinct. Just like if a deer hears a footstep, boom, head snaps. That's how everyone is when they think yes is at stake. And there's entire mechanisms in integrity to help that settle and reopen listening when that fear arises. So loads to talk about there. But Ken, thank you very much. That was very kind of you to say. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. Christian, how was your time with us here today?
Great. I just, you did amazing. I think everyone did amazing. I mean, you obviously have a lot of experience doing this, but everyone else, just to be put in those kind of unique, situations, I think everyone did a fantastic job. And, I just feel like in terms of my role, I'm a portfolio manager, but I still sell. I don't have my own salespeople. I have to go pitch, Mrs. Smith and Mr. Smith. So I think being empathetic, I think, I feel like you definitely showed some of that. And I feel like that's important, especially, in terms of trying to close business. And so, I thought it was great. I thought it was definitely a learning experience.
And all we're talking about here is yes, right? Integrity-based is yes. And yes is in selling, it's in marketing, it's in leading, it's in recruiting, it's in managing, it's all of it, right? So absolutely, thank you for that. And at the end of the day, it's all about what Oprah Winfrey said is the reason she says in her final episode why she held the microphone for 30,000 people. She said, I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me. And when we authentically deliver that to people, everything changes in the listening and we go forward from there. So Christian, thank you. I appreciate you very much. Let's go, Sean. Thank you for being here. Great job. Courage, vulnerability, jumping into the hot seat as a participant. How was your time with us here today?
Great time. Thoroughly enjoyed everyone. I felt that everyone who participated had great energy and something I was looking forward to today. So really good experience.
Well, may this only be the beginning. Thank you, brother. And Michael, how was your time with us? Great job.
Oh, thanks very much, Sean. It was awesome. Again, didn't know what to expect either, so I like jumping into the fire. But I think what I get out of what everyone kind of did today, and particularly you, Sean, is kind of what I do on a daily basis, right? We have two things, feelings and thoughts, and you show a lot of empathy and you show a lot of authentic empathy. And I think that from a sales perspective, that's how I build my business, is just being as empathetic as I can to myself and to the people I'm with. So appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Great job, Michael. Thank you all. Bella Verita, final.
Final is, it is beautiful to have you all here. I agree with what Sean Terry said is, as everybody has beautiful energy, and Sean put a gift in the chat for you. There is a formula. Tony Robbins said there is no one that leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callaghy. And not only has he built and sold a 40-person law firm, built another 125-person law firm that he still owns today, but has built the fastest growing coaching company that has has done zero marketing and is servicing thousands upon thousands of people with integrity. And I have never seen a human being give so much to so many people. So thank you all for being here. Definitely continue the conversation with us. And speaking of all of the hard work, Sean, I'm my neck's kind of hurting a little bit, so I need a massage. So if you can, come over here and continue your service. If you want your pay for today, then I need a massage. So thank you all for being here.
This is what I deal with, guys. It's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it. Listen, thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys enormously. I do believe this, that the big problems of the world, solving them is magic. I also believe that we need more time, freedom, scaling, and financial abundance is a great thing too. All of those things are right in front of us, all of them. But the challenge is we're all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Yes. Have a great one.
Later, guys.
Take care.
Take care, guys.
Great job.